To be honest, I don't know what I'm doing. But does anyone know what they're doing? I'm just too scared. But what if it doesn't work out? But what if it does? I mean, at least it's only season 1. Hi guys, welcome to my channel if you're new. If not, welcome back. My name's Breahna. It's a little different vibes. We're doing a sit down, obviously. We're about to get serious. I have notes. Today I want to talk about, and I'm just going to be referencing my notes, so I'll be looking down every now and then, reinventing yourself, where to start, how to start, because y'all know, if y'all watched my first video, which you should have because that's where you really got to meet me a little bit, I'm reinventing myself, I'm rebranding myself. We're all going on this journey together. So I'm going to give you some advice and give myself some advice. We can, take this journey together. First things first, trying to reinvent yourself and rebrand yourself, you do have to give yourself a little grace. For starters, for yourself, for myself, give yourself grace because you have to be patient when becoming someone or something that you've never been before. Especially when you're like trying to step out on faith, you really need to be patient with yourself and give yourself a lot of grace because it's going to be hard. It's going to be tough, but anything worth having is going to be a little bit difficult to get there, So definitely have grace with yourself. Oh, and if you see me looking to the side, I'm looking at my viewfinder. It's going to take some time, and you're stepping into something and someone that you've never been before, especially when you're ready to make radical changes to your life and yourself and your routines that are very norm to you. So just keep that in mind on your journey to reinventing and rebranding yourself. Also, I don't know if you guys have read The Mountain Is You by Breahna Wiest. That book, getting me together. I'm only in chapter 3, I think. She's already getting me together. I pulled some quotes from the book that resonate, I feel like, with the video. So I'll be putting those in. If you're on this, journey to change, definitely is a good read to start because, like I said, so far, I'm only on chapter 3 and changing words, okay? Very changing. The first tip I'll give to reinvent yourself or where to start with self-love. You have to love yourself unconditionally. And again, with the first part I said, that you have to be patient and give yourself grace because you're stepping into a new journey and a new path and you're becoming someone that you've never been before. That is all with the self-love in itself as well. Self-love is a big one. For me personally, I think that when you love yourself enough, you won't allow yourself to do certain things anymore when you truly love yourself, because think about when you love your baby or you love like your dog or your pet or your mom, you are going to make sure like, oh, you're doing certain things for them, but then when it comes to you, it's like you're kind of dropping the ball. Don't drop the ball on yourself. So have the same self-love that you give to others that you really care about and hold dear to your heart. So self-love is number 1. We're going to start with that one because we got to love ourselves. It's just like the airplane. You got to put your bag on first. You got to put your mask on first before you put someone else's on. It starts with self. It's always going to start with self and no one else. To go back to the book, The Mountain Is You, I'm going to read the quotes that I have because these are just fire quotes, okay? All change will be uncomfortable until it's familiar, which is very true. Until you continue to do something over and over and over again, it's not going to be your norm. So just think about that when you are, going through the motions and trying to restart something else. We can't live being governed by how we feel. I don't know where I got this from or where I heard it from, but feelings are not facts. And I think we have to really sit with that because a lot of the times we'll feel something and then move off of how we feel, but that's not necessarily the case every time, and especially for when we're trying to change how we are and what we're doing, we have to change. And so just because we feel like we don't want to get out the bed or we feel like this is uncomfortable, change is uncomfortable, growth is uncomfortable. So you just have to stick it out. We don't change in breakthroughs, we change in micro shifts. A micro shift is what changes your life, not a breakthrough. A lot of people are just waiting for that major thing to happen, to where it's like, boom, a meteor hit their life and they have to do this big drastic change. And it's like, no, that's not when you're going to make the change. That's not how the change works. You know, you have to take little baby steps. I'm trying to obviously get healthier. What does that consist of? Eating better, girl. We got to eat better. So maybe instead of picking up a candy bar, I'm picking up maybe something a little bit more healthy. So doing something like that. Or maybe I want ice cream. Maybe I'm gonna go get some frozen yogurt instead, you know? So little, like, very minute changes, to where over time those mini changes, those little changes will become big and a big part of your life. Because repetition, baby, listen, you do something repeatedly over and over again enough, it's gonna stick with you. Okay, the little things add up. You know, when you're like shopping at the grocery store, or like just shopping, like, I don't know, let's say at the Dollar Tree or Five Below, all of those $5 items add up so quickly. Literally think about it like that. All of those little changes that you're making, the getting up just a little bit earlier, the baby steps and the little things is what really changes. Say you're trying to drink more water. Say currently you only drink 1 bottle of water a day. Try to drink a bottle and a half. Don't even try to drink 2 bottles. Try to drink a bottle and a half. Want to get more steps in throughout the day. Walk for 5 minutes. It's going to sound so crazy, just walking for 5 minutes and getting up. Over time, your body's going to probably crave a little bit more. So if you go out and you walk for those 5 minutes, you're probably going to be like, I could maybe do 10 minutes today. Those little changes are going to add up, like your cart would at the grocery store or at the store. They're going to add up. Just like the items in your cart were adding up, those little changes are going to add up, to where they're going to actually over time change your life and change the trajectory of your life and what you're trying to do in a positive manner, if you continue to do it and you stay disciplined and you stay focused. And that's what we're here for. I'm done with the quotes, because those were really good quotes. Oh, also another book, if you're interested, is Atomic Habits. Atomic Habits talk about small changes like that too, like taking very small changes and then applying them to your like everyday life and trying to better your life and everything, if that's what you're trying to do. Which I assume, if you're on this video, you're here, I assume that you're trying to change your life a little bit too and be like unrecognizable. So maybe pick up that book, because that's a really good book too. So the 2 books that I have, Atomic Habits and The Mountain Is You. The next tip I have, oh, by the way, for this video, I will say, take what you need, leave what you don't. Whatever resonates in this video, take it with you. This is not a foolproof. Doing this currently, this is real time. It will, as in real time as it can get, you know. But we're doing this together. I'm doing it with you if you are doing this as well. I'm not only talking to you, but I'm talking to myself too. So yeah, let's keep that in mind. My next tip is your mindset. You have to change your mindset. So I feel like before I do anything, my mindset has to change. Quite literally immediately. Obviously, it's not a switch of a button. It doesn't happen that fast. Realistically speaking, if you want to change anything, mindset is going to help with any and everything. I feel like once you get your mindset right, you're unstoppable. At least that's my mindset for myself. Once I get my mindset right and I'm hyper focused, oh baby, there is nothing stopping me from doing anything. It's delusion. I feel like we should all have like a little bit of delusion, you know? It's what's gonna get you there. The type of delusion that you need. I feel like people maybe think that's a little crazy when they hear delusion, but like, no, you have to have undoubtedly a crazy amount of delusion for yourself. Because if you don't have a crazy delusional mindset for yourself, you're probably not going to reach it. Not to say that you can't reach it, but you have to be so hyper fixated on it. And so whatever you want to do, I'm going to do it, and be for real about it and set your goals, set your mindset to it. You're going to do it. And that's what I mean by delusion. Not real delusion, but get delusional about your shit. So that's what I mean. But get your mindset right. Starts with the mind. Everything starts from the mind. Get that right. Everything else will flow. Woosah, journal if you need to. Do that. But get your mindset right? And get focused. Get focused on yourself, get focused on your goals, and get focused on your why. Start there. Next tip is mindful consumption. I think that we all need to be a little bit more aware of what we are consuming as far as like social media and everything. So I think that if you curate your algorithm as far as your Instagram, your TikTok, your Twitter, your YouTube, your everything, be a lot better for your headspace and your mental, because once those are kind of aligning with what you want, then it's kind of easier, you are on them, to just stay kind of focused. So if your goal is to start a business, like a hair business or something, so maybe start following some smaller hair profiles. We're not off social media as much as we think that we are. So if we're gonna consume it, at least let it be official to us. Okay, so for my next tip, I feel like these two kind of go hand in hand, which is health and fitness and daily habits and routine. We'll start with health and fitness first. I feel like if you just move your body a bit more every single day, you're gonna enjoy it. You're not gonna feel so down. It is a big boost to your mental health and your mental state. And also it boosts your confidence, because we're not gonna lie, when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you are good. You put good into the world. So I think that daily movement is really good for yourself. Small changes. So it doesn't have to be for like 30 minutes. It doesn't even have to be for an hour. Try to move your body though, at least 5 to 10 minutes a day. Stretch, do some yoga, do a like 5-minute walk or something. You don't have to do much. Like it doesn't have to be too strenuous at all. But I do believe that moving your body every day is definitely beneficial, because we're trying to become unrecognizable, okay? Not just in the body. I mean, not just in the mental, but in the body as well. So yeah, for the next tip, I have daily habits and routine. Whether that is decluttering your mind as far as journaling. I know a lot of people journal in the morning or at nighttime. Waking up a little bit earlier, going for walks, things like that. Having an actual routine. We have morning routines. You see those all the time on social media. Morning routines, we have night routines. If you stick to like a routine or a schedule for yourself, again, nothing too strenuous, because you don't want to make anything too strict for yourself. But I feel like if we have a routine that we can like kind of guide or use as a guide for us, then that's going to help us stay a little bit more structured in what we're trying to do and as far as our goals are concerned. So I think that having a daily routine in place is really, really good. My next one is expanding your comfort zone. So that is kind of what my channel is all about. I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone so bad. I actually signed myself up for an event for next week. Y'all, I don't do that. Who am I? But you know, try to do things out of your norm. I think that it's just really good. You're not stuck in the same little routine and pattern. I know we just talked about routine, so it's almost counterproductive, but not the routine that we're trying to stick with to help us to reach our goals. But don't get stuck like just laying in the bed or being a couch potato or something. Try to do activities that are beneficial to what your goals are. I guess if I wanted to do tennis or something, maybe do that. Go bowling or something. Not always just going out to eat or going to the movies. Those are still fun activities, but do something out of your norm that might help with your goals that you are trying to set. So again, if you're trying to build your business, maybe go to a seminar or something, that's a different activity that might put you in a different position. We're doing shit scared, okay? That's the point. That's what we're doing. Step out of your comfort zone. And when you do it, honestly, you feel so good afterwards. Like, when's the last time you actually did something out of your comfort zone, and then at the end, you're like, oh, I hated that. Oh, I hated that. I regret that. I wish I never did that. Right, never. Okay. I was just making sure. So do things that scare you. Step out of your comfort zone. Yeah, I'm telling myself this too. Don't worry. Okay, so my next tip, setting boundaries. When you are in the midst of trying to change who you are completely and do a radical change on yourself, you are probably going to lose some people. You're going to lose some friends. You might lose some family members, and that's okay. You might gain life partners. You might gain lifelong friends, and where you lose, you're going to pick up. Okay, so it's okay. So while you're setting your boundaries, stand firm on your boundaries. If you are not eating something, don't eat that. Do not let your friends try to guilt trip you. It's not within what you're trying to do. If you're not drinking, don't allow others to maybe influence you to do such. That's a goal of yours. Because for myself, I'm not drinking this month. If I have a friend want to go out, girl, I'm not drinking. And it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna get a little club soda and something else with a lime, okay? Stick to your boundaries. Stand on your boundaries very firmly, because when you are trying to be in this process of trying to become unrecognizable, you don't need people around you that are going to put self-doubt in what you're doing and poke holes in it. When we're trying to do something like this, we decide we're going to do XYZ. We would be lying to ourselves if we said that a little bit of doubt did not creep up every time we set out to do a new goal. So it makes it 10 times harder when family members or friends or whomever try to step on your boundaries. So do not allow that. Also, within the same breath, for myself, I will be using my voice a little bit more too, because I know I can be a little bit mute when it comes to certain things. So I don't know if you are like that or if anyone I'm talking to is like that, but be an advocate for yourself. We only have ourselves. At the end of the day, such and such could speak up for us, or whoever could speak up for us, but at the end of the day, you should be speaking up for yourself and be an advocate for yourself, whether that is your coworkers, your boss, your friends, your family. Be an advocate for yourself, stick up for yourself, speak up for yourself, and be an advocate for yourself regardless of where you're at and who you're around. Always be an advocate for yourself. Stand firmly on those boundaries. Well, this is my last tip for rebranding, reinventing, and becoming unrecognizable. Self-compassion. We kind of talked about it a little bit in the beginning, but while you're going on this journey, it is going to be so difficult. Okay, you are going to have many, many, many setbacks, and that is okay. I'm here to tell you that is okay. What is not okay is staying in those setbacks. Do not stay in those setbacks. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and try again. You have to keep going. What separates the doers from the triers is the doers keep going. You want to be a doer. At least I'm assuming you want to be a doer. That's why we're here. That's why I'm here. I want to be a doer. I'm tired. I'm tired of my own shit. Don't stay in the setback. You are going to have them. Have grace. Be patient. Know that it is normal and it is okay. But get out of it. Do not stay in your setback. If I have a cheat meal or have a bad day with eating, let's not make it a week. I'm talking to you and myself. If you have a bad day and you don't create any content for that week, that's okay. Maybe you needed a mental break and didn't know it. Get back up though. Restart. Just have compassion with yourself, but also be very aware of your goals with yourself, to where you go, all right, now get yourself together. It's all right. You got to do tough love with yourself too sometimes. And that's okay. Because we need that. We need that. Altogether, reinvention is a process, and trying to become unrecognizable, it's going to take some time. We didn't get here overnight. I know I didn't. I'm almost 30 years old. So I did not become the woman I am today sitting in front of this camera overnight. So I know trying to rewire who I am is also not going to happen overnight. That is the same for you. It's not going to happen overnight, okay? Be patient with yourself, have grace, set boundaries, get your mental right, curate your social media how you need to, love on yourself, have a routine, try to move your body every day, expand your comfort zone, do all of those things, and we're gonna be good. You're gonna be good, I'm gonna be good, we're gonna be good. And in 3 months, y'all, I'm gonna do a check-in. Yeah. Have grace with yourself, be patient. You didn't become this person overnight. You're not gonna become this new person overnight. Okay? It's gonna take some time, but it's all good. That concludes the video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And if you enjoyed this or if it resonated, please share it. Again, I'm Breahna, and thank you for tuning into my channel. Bye.